Hello, and welcome to the Quickstart tutorial for Puzzler for HFPS. In this video, we're going to be covering the puzzle type lights, which allows us to detect if certain lights are activated or not. Here, in the demo scene, we can find the lights puzzle setup inside of the room, Corpse Room. So if we select the lights puzzle and then go to the scene view, we can see the setup right here. All major features for puzzle interactions are handled by the puzzler handler. In this case, we're going to be looking over the lights puzzle setup for this puzzle interaction. Here in the general options area, we have various values that have been covered in previous videos, such as the single and multi-item puzzle types. The same can be said for the objective, interaction, and sound options, which have also been covered in previous videos. The one area that is specific to this puzzle is the light options, which set the lights active and then the light references for the lights you want to use in the scene. For instance, the two top values here, which are both set to false, are referencing the two top values here. These values then are referencing the interactive light in the scene, such as this light right here. This light will then be auto-checked if it's on or off by the active state. The same can be said for the two values below it, which are set here, and both are set to true. These values are then referencing these values right here, which are checking if the interactive light that's referenced is set to true, or is active. So in this puzzle, we are checking to make sure that only two of the 6 values that are referenced are actually on, which means these two bottom values, which are right here, should be the only lights that are active with this puzzle. These lights right here and these lights right here should all be set to false, or not active. When referencing the lights on the puzzle itself, you also need to make sure that you set which light is selected when you interact with it to set it on and off. Here, on the interaction events, we are referencing the puzzle area lights and then setting the slot to 1 and then calling the interaction init. We'll do the same thing for every single light that's in the room. We'll set the slot and then the interaction init. So for light 3, 4, 5, and 6, we're all setting the slot and then calling interaction init, which then calls to the puzzle to set which light is on or off. For initial settings of which lights are activated or not in the scene, you can use the interactive light is powered on value. So for instance, this light is set to turn on when the scene starts. If you go down and look at this light right here, it is set to turn off on the scene active. Of course, if you have the puzzle handling the save state, then the puzzle will update lights that are on or off when the scene loads. When all the lights are activated correctly, we can then trigger some events such as on the puzzle complete or the puzzle complete delay events. In this case, we're going to be turning on the zombie. We're going to create a scare initialization to show the screen effects and the hard breathing. We're going to change the materials to this zombie here, which turns on the red eyes to indicate that that puzzle area is complete. And then below that, we're going to have a delay and then trigger a few things such as the hint, such as the player saying, "Oh, the door is open," unlocking the door, and then we're going to trigger an objective. And of course, if the game is saved and loaded back, we're going to use this event here to hide the hint object so it won't trigger again. And that covers the major features for the puzzle type lights. You can of course look over the layout for the puzzle setup, such as how interactive lights are set up, the hint that will be triggered, the objectives that can be triggered, the audio source, and the models that are referenced. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope this video has been enlightening on how to set up Puzzler for your project. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop a comment below, send me a message on Discord, or send me an email. As usual, thank you for watching.